All right, guys, we are on page 57 in our morning workbook. So if you would grab your morning workbook and go to page 57, I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera and I will meet you there. Okay. Okay. So at the top of page 57 says read the sentence and write commas where they belong. So your brother was born on June 11th, 2001. Okay. So we need to be able to put a comma in there, and we put the comma after the day between the day and the year. We're going to be doing that on all of these. My favorite poem was written on October 14th, separate the day from the year, 1792. The tennis match took place on May 20th, 2016. So you separate the day and the year. This can of beans was good until December 2nd, 2010. Okay. So if you had any mistakes there, go ahead and fix them. Read the problem. Then answer in the model, and then write numbers in the model to solve it. Excuse me. I'm reading two things here. Ms. Blanchard bought 7 packs of sparkly pencils. There are 6 pencils in each pack. There are 35 students in her class. If she gives each student a pencil, how many pencils will be left over? So she had how many packs? 7. How many were in each pack? 6. We're going to multiply 7 groups of 6. Makes 42 pencils in all. All right, so then we take the pencils in all right here, and we're going to take away how many kids she has, 35. All right, I like to stack because if I have to borrow, I want to be able to see them in place value. So I cannot take 5 out of 2, so I'm going to go over here and borrow and make this a 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. So she will have 7 pencils left over. All right, if you had any trouble with that, go ahead and fix that. Get those out of the way there. And we're going to move up. Read the text and answer the questions. Question. Many people like to live near rivers because they can fish and boat, but other people are nervous about living there because rivers can flood. When it rains heavily or when a lot of snow melts, rivers can overflow. Most of the time, water rises only a few feet, but every once in a while, floodwaters rise higher than a house. Big or small, a flood can ruin furniture, photos, and other belongings. Living near a river can be fun, but it can be dangerous too. Have you ever felt afraid of the natural elements where you live? Write about it. All right. Have you ever been afraid of the natural elements where you live? So, like for me, I used to live by a river. All right. So, when I was younger, we lived by a big river. And one time it flooded. So I was afraid of the area by our house. So that's just an example right there. Okay, and now you probably have your own answer that you wrote. Alrighty. Okay, big river. All right, so then we're going to turn the page. If you need to pause for any reason, go ahead and pause it. And then we're going to turn the page. And on the back, it says, read the sentence, write commas to separate the parts of the address. Okay, Desi's family lives at 312 Robin Street, Chicago, Illinois. Remember, we need to separate the street from the city from the state. So that might help you. Uncle Frank has a ranch in Duncan, Idaho. There are lots of schools in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. I was born at the hospital at 12 Halifax Road, Gary, Indiana. So remember, we're just separating, like when we do the date, we separate the day from the year. If we're doing the address, we separate the street from the city, and the city from the state, and the state from the country. Okay? Under math, read the problem, then write numbers in the model to solve it. Mr. Wally made 6 trays of cookies. There are 12 cookies on each tray. If the cookies are divided equally among 9 children, how many cookies will each child get? So you're going to do the steps. Trays, how many cookies are on the tray? How many cookies do you have in all? How many cookies do you have in all? How many children? How many cookies for each child? All right, and then at the bottom it says, read the text and answer the question. What part of this text reminds you of events in the real world? Tell about it. Mrs. Thor is a teacher. Every summer she goes to South America to help people in need. She does different things to help. One summer she taught science to children who don't have a school to go to. She set up her classroom in a field. Another time she helped build houses for people who need a place to live. When school starts again each year, she shares her adventures with her class. She shows photos and then asks her students to tell about their summer vacations. All right, so what part of this text reminds you of events in the real world? And tell about it. All right, we're going to correct that tomorrow, so make sure you have that finished tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and close our camera and come back here. I'm not sure why that screen is on there, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to head over to do our math, and then I'm going to do our read aloud, and then last I'm going to do our science and social studies workbook. So I will see you in our math lesson.